Hello, my lovely friends. This is Dolores again. I'm having a wonderful day. We're getting summer now. I hope you're getting a lot more than we do. Anyhow, today's topic has to do with ungrateful people. I've encountered a lot of them. And for who has not encountered with them, you're lucky, you're blessed. These kind of people are not ordinary people. They're not. I will not call any names or the location of where they are. I am from Jamaica. And doing this video, it will help some people who to bring into your home, and who you want to help, you help them with a long arm or a stick. Do what you can do for them. Don't bring them in your home. They're not your friends. They're traitors. I'm going to tell you 3 main characteristics of ungrateful people. I've had so many encounters with them. But I tell you, my grandmother grew me up too good. And this is why a lot of things happen to me. Now, I'll let you know. There are a lot of characteristics that ungrateful people possess. But I'll only tell you the 3 main ones. Okay? I have about 15 of them. Let me tell you this. They are liars. They have the highest ranking rating in the world. Liars. Okay? They are jealous. Very jealous. Whatever you have, they want the same because you shouldn't have it. If you have it, they should have it or better. Okay? And they're evil. They're evil people and they're hypocrites. I'm telling you, and I'm telling the facts. Now, they are very grudgeful. Very, very grudgeful. If you can help any of them, help them with a long arm. Don't bring them in your house. Do not introduce them to your relatives or your family or in your private life. You're done. Okay? They are very, very revengeful. Okay? Because they figure more or less, if you don't do what they want, then, you won't live in peace. They're going nowhere and they have nowhere to go other than interfere in people's life. They are disrespectful. Very disrespectful. They do not know, they don't appreciate what people have done for them. None. They figure you're obligated to do things for them. And it's not so. They figure more or less, if you do anything, just one thing for them, they say, oh, she's an idiot. Right? You do things for them 1 time, 2 times, and they ask you on the 4th time you didn't do it for them, you're in big trouble. Big, big trouble. They think they own you and you're responsible for them. Right? And they're very, very hateful. They're takers. They give nothing because they figure, if for instance you live in Canada and you help somebody in Jamaica, you see them in distress and they beg you for help. When they come to foreign, if you help them to come to foreign, they figure more or less you owe them. And everything they're to get free. And if you ask them to chip in for anything or you can't do it anymore, that's big trouble. And the other thing is they're flying monkeys, or we call them Spaniard machetes. They chop both sides. They take from you and they take to your enemy, and they take from your enemy to come and find out what's going on. I've had a lot of experience with them. They take sides, carry go, bring, come. One thing I noticed with a lot of people who you've helped, the ungrateful people, they do not respect these words. Thank you. They figure you have to give it to them. They don't obligate to say thanks. It's theirs. Please, there's no such vocabulary in their voice. Excuse me, none of that. I appreciate, none of that. They just beg, 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 beg. Okay? And they must get. You can't say no. And they're hypocrites. Okay? They're the type of people who come, as we say in Jamaica, eat and go. They just eat and they go. Okay? They do not appreciate. Okay? They're very grudgeful. Very, very grudgeful. Now, what I want to say, people in Jamaica, I've been in Jamaica and I've seen people in distress. And if you help one and they see you, they come to ask you to help them. And they lay out the distress. And a lot of times it's lies, lies, lies. Something a little bit, they make it humongous. Okay? And you feel sorry for them. And you help them to come. What they fail to realize, when you help somebody from Jamaica, they don't realize it's love that you have in your heart to help them. Okay? They do not realize that it takes money because you feed them. Okay? You guide them in what are the do's and the don'ts in this country. Okay? You shelter them. I've had people sleeping in the same bed with my children. I've helped them. Okay? The energy you take, the time that you take, the effort that you take, and it's pure heart. You teach them the ropes. Okay? You're mentoring them. You're doing everything for them. You go out on limbs for them to make them get comfortable, whatever time they have to spend with you until they go on their own. Okay? But they do not appreciate nothing. Okay? They're what we call eat and go away. Okay? All the assistance you give them is as if you owe it to them. And it's not so. It's the goodness of your heart, and you have a sympathetic heart, and this is why you help. They think the food in the fridge or the drinks in the fridge or a warm bed, a clean house, you got that for them, right? Bring somebody into your children's bed, right? In your home, if you have a man or whatever you may have, they don't know the risk that you take doing these things. And I've done that for a lot of people. I've helped 14 people from Jamaica. Help them into this country. And all I get is a spit in the face. Okay? Just a spit. Now, I will tell you, and a lot of them, they're so stupid, they don't realize that you're holding the handle and they have the blade. Okay? But it doesn't make sense you give a pail of milk and turn it over. Okay? Let it go and they'll realize, okay, what you have done for them. I'll tell you about, give you 4 instances of people that have helped, that have gone out on the limb for them and what they have done to me. Okay? I went to Jamaica and I met this woman. She wasn't working. Sometimes she got a little work, sometimes she didn't get any work. And she asked me to help her. What she does, she was playing the embassy relay. USA, Canada. USA, Canada. She could not get a visa. Okay? She was beside herself. She's a mother of 4 children. Okay? And she poured out her distress to me, and I said to her, I'll help you. And I helped her. She came here after she spoke to me. I think it was 5 or 6 months after she was in the country. Okay? And I helped her so much. I drove around her looking for work, telling her how to speak properly, how to conduct herself in an interview, and all these things I told her, showed her how to take the bus, everything. I took her to the supermarket so she learned the different kind of vegetables and stuff like that, how to prepare them, how to cook them, because some of these vegetables are not in Jamaica. I've done so much things for her. Okay? When she was in the country, she asked me to take her daughter. She has a daughter, and this daughter, from she was 6 years old, the grandmother tried to get her in USA, and they could not get her. They paid 170,000 Jamaican dollars to get her out of the country. Nothing. When she inquired what has happened, they said, we have a room here, and this room has boxes of passports. You can come and look through, see if you find yours. And they took a day and they went to the office and they searched and they find it. I know this lady's daughter. She was around 26, 28. I know there's potential in her. Okay? And they've been trying from she was 6 years old. She was, I think, 26 or 28, but she was under 30. Right? I said to her, I will help her. And I helped her. She was in the country, in Canada, in 4 months. 4 months. And she was not illegal. She was straight. Okay? She liked to work, and she worked. She was glad for the break. Okay? Then she came. She doesn't have the courtesy or the respect to say, thank you. That's all I want from anybody who I have. Thank you. Respect me. And take care of my place. Don't abuse it. Okay? And the mother had to ask her, you tell Val thank you? And the daughter said, a big woman, thanks a million. That was it. Okay? After she went looking to bring her son up. And she went to bring her son up. And I don't know what she was doing out there, but one day she came here with a man. All he was talking about time frame, whatever that means, I don't know. And she come crying, oh, lawyers heating me out, and they take so much money from me, and they tell me I have to adopt my own child, and it's going to take me 2 more years to get my child. And she talk, and she beg, and she don't know what to do, and this and that. I said to her, I'll help you. And I helped her. The son came to Canada after 10 days. Okay? That son don't say hi, thank you yet. Neither she, the mother, has not said thank you yet. So, I'm just watching how things go. Then after, she asked me to take a daughter again. And I said to her, no. Who told me I could say no? I'm not helping that daughter. I was sitting down, and it was a good thing I was sitting down. Because if I was standing up, I'd fall down. When I told her, no, I'm not going to help you, she said, Aru was standing up and do it. I was shocked at the tone and the volume. That's the way she spoke to me. After I've helped her, her daughter, and her son. And up to this day, I don't say nothing to her regarding that again. Okay? But in my mind, I says, plane come from Jamaica every day, every other day, depending which area of the country you're getting off. I will not get involved in it. I didn't say that. I just said that within inside of me. And let me tell you something. This woman turned out to be a live witch. Okay? She take my life to make a hell's playground, because I refused to help her daughter. Okay? She'd never bury no baby for me. She never take me to a witch doctor. She keep no secrets from me. None of the above. But she feels I never should say no. When you help people too much, they take things for granted. And they figure more or less you hold them. And you do it once, you have to do it all. And I'm saying, not in my book. You know what she did to me? She got a job in a hotel. And one morning she called me. I think it was a Tuesday morning, early, about 6 a.m. No, we spoke the evening. No, we spoke Tuesday morning. No, Tuesday afternoon. And we were talking, and she says, the hotel that I work, they throw away so much food, It's a shame to see how much food is wasted. I said, all hotels do that because they fear liability in case anybody gets food poisoning. So they usually just dump everything. She said, but they don't dump the pastry. I said, I don't know, but I know they dump out food. She says, the pastry is good. I take it when I want it. They're good. So she said, do I want some? I said, no. She said, take some, man. They're nice pastries. So she persuaded me. I said, okay, I'll take some. And Wednesday she called me. She says, I have the pastries here. Aren't you coming to pick them up? I said, oh, I forgot. Could I do it tomorrow? She said, no, you have to pick them up this evening because I'm doing my groceries. I'm doing my groceries on Thursday, and there's not much space in the fridge, so I need you to get them. So my son came home. I said to my son, could you go by your house and pick up some Danish for me? And he went, and he got the Danish, the pastries. It's assortment pastries. And he came and he put it on the table, and he said, Mom, can I borrow the car? I said, sure, just be careful. And he left. So I was on the phone when he came in. So after finished speaking on the phone, I went to assort out the stuff, the pastries, and put them like 2 in a bag each, put them in the freezer, because I'm the only one that's going to eat them. My children don't want that. When I start assorting the pastries, I noticed there was a bite in one of the Danish. So I called my son. I said, the one that bought the car, I said, do you take anything out of that bag? He said, no, Mom, I just got a bag and I put it in the back seat. I didn't open it or nothing. So I called my other son outside. And I said, come in here, I want to talk to you. And he came, he said, wow, pastries. I said, don't touch it, don't touch it. So I called her. I said, where did you get those pastries that you sent me? Listen to the tone. Me not tell her, say, I in the dining room, I get it. And I said, you know something? I do not like what I see. I find 2 of the Danishes that were eaten, half eaten. Okay? They were half eaten. Well, I don't know how that happened, you know, because no children come into the dining room. I says, you're telling me that you work in the laundry and you can know who comes and who goes from the dining room? Well, me know say no picnic not come in there. No picnic not come through the dining room. I said, how could you know that? Well, I can see from the laundry room what's going on in the dining. She can see what's going on from the laundry room in the dining room. And I said to her, let me tell you something. I never want anything to eat from you again. I don't want nothing to eat from you again. Don't ask me nothing about food. And I said, let me tell you something. It was a bite of a big mouth person like mine. It's an adult mouth. Okay? And I said, bye. She had somebody take them out the garbage, or she left. She must have had some friend in the dining room and collect those things that was in the garbage, right? Or she left the laundry room, excuse me, and go in the garbage and take them out. All because I refuse to help the 4th person. Okay? That's how vindictive she is and ungrateful. Don't care what I do for her. It's not enough. And if I don't do it, I'm going to pay for it. Okay? That's her. The other one I want to talk about is a girlfriend of mine. What I noticed in Canada, a lot of black people, especially from the islands, when they buy a house, they'll use the basement for cooking, eating, for recreation, and upstairs is spotless. They don't use it, right? It's just to look at. So I went to her house, and she went up. She was in the basement. That's where they watch TV and everything. And then she said she's going upstairs to get me something to eat, which is customary to give somebody a drink or a snack. And she came down later and she gave me some food. And then she went back upstairs. I don't know what she went upstairs to do, but anyhow, after a while she came back down. And when she came down, I'd finished eating the food. So I said, what kind of meat was it? So she told me. And I said, it tastes very good. She says, and you know, for a week before the last Thursday, me cook it, but my husband don't want no more. So I did them, that's why I make you. So the other thing is people don't eat from people. What some people have and they don't want it, they don't want to throw it in the garbage. Anybody comes along, it's going to be yours. So I don't eat from that friend anymore. And the one who took the pastries out of the kitchen and gave me not eat from her at all again. I don't eat from people. Officially, I do not eat from people. If you have a dinner and it's a buffet style, I'll come. But other than that, no. No. Okay? If I'm your friend, you're not going to give me food to make me get sick. Okay, the other thing I want to tell you again. I know this guy. He came into the country and he overstayed. And he did ask for extension. They denied him extension. And he had nowhere to go. Whoever helped him refused to have him. They said, no, you can't stay here. And he came to me and I said, oh, let me tell you something. Get a place as fast as you can. Okay? And go on your own. Okay? Or go home and come back. He was on the steps of the plane. Just for the door to lock and take him to Jamaica. Right? And I helped that they didn't take him to Jamaica. And when this guy got okay, legal and everything, he went to Jamaica. And this guy disgraced me. He disgraced me to no ends. And somebody said to him, shut your mouth. We know it all. If it wasn't for that woman, you would be out here. Okay? So stop it. That's how ungrateful people are. Don't care what you do for them. Okay? I send him to people. That when I send on people, him they get to go home. Him stay here. And he went to Jamaica and he disgraced me until somebody reprimanded him. That's how these people are. So I stopped being grateful to people because when I do anything for anybody, all I want is a thank you. A straight face thank you. Not looking down, not looking sideways, not on the phone. Just says, I thank you for helping me. And I don't know why. Who grow them up? Who grow them up, I don't know. Okay, thank you, please. Excuse me, those are words, everyday words that you use. But they don't know it. Now the other one is, I've heard about this one. I actually don't know the person. I heard there was an old man. I'll call him Mr. Festus. Okay? And he lived in a village. And he was well respected. So every day this old man, he would go into town and he walks and he says, he greets each person that he meets on his way. And he would hum his little songs, write it down. That's him, he's always singing. And goes to town and he comes home in the evening. But some evenings he's so tired and he doesn't want to cook. So what he does, he would knock on any door, no special door. And he says, good day, ma'am. Do you have a piece of bread or some food and a drink to give me? I'm so tired. I don't want to cook when I go home. And some people say, oh no, Mr. Festus, not today. I have nothing. And some would give it to him. So one day, he was coming home very tired. just want to reach home and get ready for bed. And he knocked on the door of a wealthy man. Wealthy, not rich, wealthy. And the maid came to the door and he said to the maid, do you have a drink could give me and something to eat, a piece of bread, whatever? I'd be grateful. So the maid boss was in the house and he said, who is that out there? And she said, oh, it's Mr. Festus. He's asked, what does he want? And she said, he wants some food. And the rich man said to the maid, give him some P-O-I-S-O. One letter is missing. P-O-I-S-O. One letter is missing. It says, give him enough, so he will never come back here. He begs too much. And the maid gave him the food and the drink. But Mr. Festus is a very religious man. You give him food, he'll thank you, and he'll pray over it. And this is the prayer that I hear he use. It says, you treat me good, goodness will follow you all the days of your life. You treat me bad, badness going to follow you all the days of your life. And he was walking as usual, he was singing songs and stuff. So as he was walking, he saw a young man riding a horse. And he rode up to him and said, sir, do you have a drink could give me? I'm so thirsty. And Mr. Festus says, oh yes, I have a drink here. And Mr. Festus gave the guy the drink. He said, thank you. And Mr. Festus continued on his way home. But shortly after the young guy had the orange juice, whatever juice it was, he became very sick and he started vomiting. And he went home. He could barely tie the horse and he went in the house. He was just vomiting. And the housekeeper, the maid, says, what did you eat? He says, I eat nothing. She says, you have to eat something. You're vomiting something. He said, no, I didn't eat nothing. The only thing I had was a drink from an old man. And she said, did you drink it? And he said, yes, I drank it. And he passed away. That young man was the wealthy man's son and the only relative he had. So don't treat people bad. If somebody asks you for something, don't give them garbage. Tell them no. Okay? Tell them no. Don't treat them bad or try to take away their life. See what happens? Some prayers are very effective. Very. Anyhow, I would like you to share this video. I would appreciate if you like it, and please subscribe. Thank you. I'm out.